Cocoa with Kymmy. You talking about Fab today, or you talking about R. Kelly? Which one?
Fab.
So we ain't talking about R. Kelly pissing on girls no more.
I mean, if you can.
What was the situation? I mean, I you know.
With Fab and Emily?
Not Fab and Emily. I understand that situation wholeheartedly, but if that's what we're gonna get into, let's go ahead and get into that.
Okay, so Fabulous, he's a rapper. He's from New York. I'm sure everyone's heard of him. Damn, that guy. He and Emily Bustamante, they've been together for a while. They have 2 children. If you watch Love and Hip Hop, like when it first started, when they had real rappers on there and real like hip hop stuff, they were dating back then. They were going back and forth because Emily wanted to get married. Now, mind you, I don't know these people personally, but the way that the information that they put out, this is what they put out. She wanted to get married. He didn't. He really didn't have a concrete reason why. At that point, I probably would have been out. But no, they persisted. She had a baby. There were rumors of him in the media with like strippers and these and that. Okay, they got back together. They break up because you'd see pictures of them on her Instagram, and then all of a sudden they'd be gone, and then she started putting them back. So it was just, they were going back and forth. They had 2 beautiful children. If you ever seen them, I think they're models. They have red hair. Y'all ever seen their kids? Okay, really cute kids. And then she has an older daughter. And TMZ came out with the story that they had an argument, and he allegedly punched out 2 of her teeth. And I just was like so heartbroken because it's certain couples that you kind of like pull for. Like I pull for them. I pull for like Chrissy and Jimmy. I want them to get married. You know what I mean?
Jim Jones not getting married. So in that discussion,
so when I saw that, man, it broke my heart. First of all, being in a relationship where a man hits you is like never cool. Since the story came out, the video came out, and it doesn't necessarily show him hitting her, which but you could tell by the way she is reacting to him that she's afraid of him. And it's like, if it's like that, please get out. Go get help. Call domestic violence helpline. Leave. Do whatever you have to do, because that is not cool. She allegedly called her dad and her brother and asked them to get the guns out of the house before they got back home because she was scared.
They took them.
When it gets that bad, you got to go.
But they knew.
It just breaks my heart, man.
They knew what he was gonna do. And my thing is, as a father and as an older brother, or as a brother, period, it wouldn't have been no talking. I don't care what security you got around you. I don't care who around you. He would have got hit in his shit.
Who?
Fabulous.
Oh,
I'm not finna sit there. I'm not finna talk to you and you done knock my daughter's teeth out. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. He should have got his ass whooped.
Well, who said that it's her teeth? I mean, who said her teeth knocked out? Though?
Well, they had you have to give a report. And so the police report, it was in New Jersey.
It was in the police report that said her teeth was knocked out? Oh, damn.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what happened. Like, initially, when the story first came out, somebody got a hold of, like, the police record or what she allegedly said happened. It's public. So she said he punched her 7 times and knocked out 2 of her teeth. And that just, like, it really hurt me because
So he ain't Fab and get locked up at all?
He did, but he got out. He
got out.
Okay. And then he got out. So, they're still going to have to go to court or whatever. But she'll probably, I don't know if
she'll win. She gonna win that situation.
But I don't know if she'll even go through with it. But when I've seen her, she is so beautiful. And, and on the show,
and she make her own money.
There was she absolutely makes her own money. There was an episode where Kimbella said that she slept with him years ago, whatever. And Chrissy dragged her ass on the show. And everybody was like, why does she fight her battles? She just seems like a person that's not very confrontational. You know what I mean? And she kind of like lets everybody get their way. She just seems like a really sweet girl. I don't know her. Like I said, I don't know what goes on. But the way they come across on screen and, on social media, it's like she wants this marriage and this family and this and that. And
that's why I was glad she got out the show. But I mean,
she was making herself look bad.
Yeah, because on the show, like she was a hustler. She was just a hustler that was just miserable. Like, I mean, she clearly don't need his money at all. She don't need him at all. I mean, it just seems like she genuinely loves him. Yeah. But I mean, really, what a report really started at. I mean, he was in LA. Whatever he was in LA for, I don't know.
Out there.
She came. He found out on Instagram, and I feel like he was cheating.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say I feel like he was cheating, because I went through a similar situation like that. Well, you know, I was at home. I was getting dressed. My baby mama packed that shit and shit. Like, we was going through it with each other. She double back, tried to put sugar in my tank. But I really was going to go cheat. I really was. So that's how I know what's up.
You don't think we know that?
I mean,
okay, so
a lot of people naive to shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just when I heard the story, I'm like, why would you get mad at your wife or your girl coming out to LA? Maybe she's trying to surprise you. He going to cheat. He cheating. He got a little hoe out there. I mean,
I feel that though.
Again, though, we don't know the conversation.
We don't know the conversation.
Now that is true.
We don't know the situation at all.
But how can you tell somebody not to come somewhere with their own money and she run her own business? That's true. How can you tell her?
But what if he was out there trying to buy her a house or some shit or do something for her, and he like, man, just lay low, like I'm trying to handle some business for her, and she come out there. Now I don't like I said, I'm only going off the video I seen. I don't know if it was called for him to get that mad.
No, it was not. If a woman,
we don't know the whole story.
If a man hits you, okay, this is what happens. First, it starts off with a little bit of disrespect, and it might go to like cheating, and then you forgive him, and then the more you forgive him, the more he's gonna push the boundary, and the more he pushes the boundary, the more he's gonna disrespect you, and then it goes from women to this to shut up to why you questioning me to you getting popped in the mouth. It just gets like the disrespect just gets worse.
That nigga say he felt like he woke up in Chris Brown's body.
That was fake. Tell me that wasn't real. That was a fake tweet.
They said the same thing. Y'all see the picture of Chris Brown choking the tit? They talking some, nah, that's Lil Dicky.
Oh shit!
If you don't want to be with the girl, don't be with her.
Emily ain't that. Emily, I ain't trying to disrespect. She just not that bitch. And the reason why I say that because that bitch. What I mean is, like I said,
she's not that.
A female that go through shit like you gonna put sugar in a nigga tank. You gonna burn a nigga with some hot water.
They probably been through that already. They've been together.
I highly doubt that she the type of female that do shit like that. I highly doubt it.
Because if she was, he wouldn't have hit her.
Ain't no way. I mean, I'm not gonna say he wouldn't have hit her, but I mean, he'll be a little hesitant. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When you done got burned by hot water, when you done got stabbed with a knife.
Is this the experience y'all all have in relationships?
This is shit that I done went through. I can't speak for no other man in this room but myself. When you go through that type of shit, you gonna kind of like, you know what? Let me not do this. Let me just walk away from the situation to get somebody else involved in this. For this shit get.
That's the thing. Okay, I've been through the same thing, and I had a relationship, and it was just not cool. Like all we did was fight. I mean, I did stuff. I threw the clothes out the window. I threw the brick at the car. I did all that stuff.
Damn.
And when you got to start doing all that, it's like, just go. Like, I'm tired. Like, let them bitches have you. Whatever y'all gonna go through, it's not like you gonna. I'm not going to jail over. No, I'm not going to jail over that. Like, you be feeling like you could possibly go to jail, but it's just not worth it at all. Like, you have to just come to your senses and realize there are 750 million men out here. Like, you don't have to fight and you don't have to go through all this. Just move on. And if he didn't want to marry her, they should have went their separate ways, because if it's marriage that you want and it's not what the other person wants, then that's not your person. There's other people out here that want to get married. She's so beautiful. And then when your kids see it, oh man, that's messed up. That is messed up.
Niggas ain't shit though. We ain't shit. Girl.
Oh wow, we have a confession.
We got some good. I mean,
Nate, don't act like you
I'm
can't
just saying we ain't shit. But at the same time, and the reason why I say that, because we get mad at women for moving the way that they move, but we did that shit to them.
Exactly.
We did that shit to them.
It's sad. Can we just have black love again? Can we get back to black love?
It's possible. I'm not saying that it's not dudes that do shit like that don't want to commit. Like, I mean, even with myself, like, I want to commit.
Well, if you want to commit, just commit.
It's a trust thing.
I can't say anything. I can't say that there's many women. There are some. I can't say that there are many women out here like, yo, he asked me to marry him, and I was like, nah. To a guy that you've been dating for years and years.
In our age group,
for a guy that you've been dating for years and you have his kids.
I don't know about that, but still, like
I mean, if you're single,
I done seen a dude propose to a female, and she done walked off and laughed and all.
I seen those videos and stuff too. But if you have kids,
Nah, but he said he seen that shit personally. You see that shit personally. That's especially if that's your boy. It's just like, damn.
You seen it?
I've never seen that shit.
Nah, I was talking about on the video.
Oh, you talking video? I
Yeah,
thought
no,
you seen
there's
that
a
shit
video.
personally.
Like,
I
man,
was
people
gonna say,
like you
damn.
say, it's trust.
I mean, if
People
you
ain't
want to be
trusting
single,
nowadays.
be single, right? But don't play games with people and have kids with them and stuff, and then be like, "Yo, I told you I wanted to be single."
Everybody's intentions, though. I think some people really do be wanting to be with people, and then some people, when you get that close to them, they get scared. They get scared of that commitment.
But how long is that for? Like, how long do you think that you should be with somebody?
Why should it be a timetable on when you should get married?
Because you're only gonna live about 80 years out of the
like,
world.
Well, shit,
so it's
nowadays
like,
probably about 40, 50 for real. I mean,
well, that's what I'm
nowadays
saying.
they
Like,
done cut
that's
this shit
why.
about 30
Because
years.
women have a time that we can have kids, and we have a time where I think we feel the time more than y'all, because like our bodies are expressing to us that there's time. You know what I mean? Like your body starts changing or whatever. As a woman, you want to have a kid. You want to get. You know, a lot of women want the full package. They want a husband. They want a kid. You know what I'm saying? So you only have a certain amount of time for all that,
Yeah.
especially if you want to raise your kids together. Kids only in school, 14, 13 years? You know what I mean? You're only a kid for X amount of time. So what you mean, how you going to put time? You got to put time on it. So what y'all going to get married?
I'm talking about the
when the
timetable
kid
on
go to-
marriage, not necessarily kids, because me personally, I feel like I'm probably going to have another one before I actually even get married. I mean, it's sad to say, but I mean, that's just the way the world works these days. Like,
Well, we need to change that because that's not cool. That just leads to other problems. And then y'all be wondering why you have so many child support bills in all these different states. Like,
I already told you about that child support shit.
child support is not cool. It's like being on probation. Child support is probation for real. If you want to just put,
You heard about the man they found? I heard on CNN
On the
News.
boat?
Yeah, he owed $500,000 in child support. They said this nigga was paddleboarding in the
And then
ocean
he
the
got
last time they
missing.
seen him. And he ain't missing.
Ain't nobody looking for
That
him.
motherfucker
But
just-
child
he just
support.
gone.
Child support probably find his ass.
All right.